Hello and welcome to Fast Forward EV. Today we're doing the warm weather range test of the 2023 Bolt EUV. So the first thing we have to do is get charged to 100%. Been sitting here for about 45 minutes getting from 75% to here, which is 95%. But almost there. Okay, good news. Finally, charge complete. Whew, we were getting like 2 kilowatts there for like 20 minutes at the end. It was exasperating. Anyway, it was predicting 232 miles of range average, max at 273. Definitely not going to get 273, but I'm hoping we do better than 232. I'm hoping for, let's say, 250. Okay, so we're on the highway, cruising at 70 miles an hour. As you know from this type of test, what we do is we set the cruise control to 70 miles an hour and we drive in a loop on the highway until we're out of electricity, basically. We start at 100% state of charge. I'll do a check-in every 25% of usage that we do. So our first check-in will be at 75%. We'll see how far we've gone. Temperature outside is 72 degrees. The temperature inside is set to 72 degrees. And we're just going to cruise and see how far we get. Okay, near as I can tell, we just hit 75% state of charge, and we've gone 58 miles. So that would suggest if we got that same for the other 3 stints, 232 miles of range? Yeah. Which is about what the GOM was predicting when we were at 100% state of charge. So I guess that's our new expected target. So that means we're not going to hit 250. But I guess 232 is what's to be expected from this car, maximum. Anyway, we'll check in again at 50% and see how we're doing. Ooh, a Jaguar F-Type. Awesome. Later, mate. Nice plate. And there he goes. Okay, we've reached our near-end loop-around point. Heading back onto the highway. We've gone 75.9, let's just call it 76 miles since we left the Chargers. Okay, we just reached 50% or thereabouts, and we've gone 120 miles. So it stretched its legs just a little bit on that second stint. That's good. Usually we see a little less instead of a little more. So I think definitely that mid 230s estimate is valid still. I really would love to see us go a little farther, though. If we could hit 240 even, that'd be great. I'd love to see 250, but looks like we're not going to see that today. But okay, we reached near point and turned around, heading back for a third stint to Far Point. Gone 147 and a half miles so far today. Okay, we just hit 25% state of charge. We've got 178 miles. So it's being very consistent between 58 and 60 miles per stint. So we could stretch this to 240. It might happen. It says 59 miles of predicted range. We are just getting to Far Point now, so we'll be turning around and heading back. And then that's another 32, 33 miles or whatever. And then we'll see what remains and how to deal with it. Hopefully it's enough to do one short loop to get close to the bottom of the pack. The guessometer gauge just went down to orange. It is still predicting range at 33 miles. And it'll keep doing that till we get down to 20 or so, and then it'll just say low. And from that point on, we'll be on our own as to guess the actual state of charge. So again, we'll be right on that border where I have to decide, do I go for it? I'm sure it'll be fine. I'll just go for it. And then I go for it, and it's not fine, and I start freaking out before the exit. Okay, here's our near point exit. 214 miles traveled, 24 predicted. So 214, 224, 234, 238 distance would be the predicted. So I want to remember that, 238, because it's going to go to low on the prediction soon. But we'll know that the distance of 238 is its predicted range. So I'm going to go ahead and do another loop here. It's about 20 or so miles. That should get us nice and low. Just as I'm trying to merge after turning around to head back to near point, propulsion power is reduced and the thing goes to low. Okay, just hit 230 miles distance. So if the GOM is to be believed, there's 8 miles left in the battery. We're a couple miles from our exit, and then we'll make it. When we get to the chargers, we should be at empty without any drama. 233.4 miles. So it's guessing we have 4 miles of range left. We have to go between 6 and 9 miles to get back to the charger. Okay, well, sorry about all the brightly lit bug guts on the screen. We are heading into the sun, and the bug guts are lit up. I did actually stop once and clean the bugs off, and I just got new bugs. Anyway, we're heading towards the chargers. We've got a few miles to go. We've gone 235.7 miles. Actually, there is a problem. I didn't notice this till right now. I'm only going 40 miles an hour. I have the cruise control set at 54. It says out of energy, charge vehicle now. I have overdone it. I have believed what it told me, and now I'm paying a price. I wonder what my best option is now. 35 miles an hour. It's getting slower and slower. I'm not going to make it to the Chargers. I might not make it up this hill. Where are my flashers? There they are. Well, this is not how I wanted to end this trip. We've gone 237 miles, and we are out of electricity. This car is about to stop. We're at 10 miles an hour. I'm going to go ahead and stop before it's completely out of juice. That's all she wrote. Okay, in the garage, plugged in, charging. I'll never do that again. To all the people who said I wasn't pushing it hard enough, shut up. Parked at the side of the road for 2 hours waiting for a tow truck is no way to live. Anyway, 237 miles, that's the answer. And that is dead stop. I literally could not have gone another foot. So I would say once you get to 220, even if the car isn't told you that it can't go anymore, assume it can't go anymore. Let's consider 5% to be 0%, especially in a Bolt. All right, that's the end of this one. And probably all the rest of them, because I don't feel like doing this anymore. Bye now.